again, this tutorial is for the shells hexagon, another of the slightly larger hexagons that I'm going to do tutorials on. I'm using excuse me, I'm using a double knit yarn and a 5mm hook. We're going to start off with colour 1 and we need to start with a 4 chain. So we slip knot onto the hook and then work 4 chains, which is yarn over and through the loop 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're then going to join with a slip stitch to form a ring. And now into the ring we're going to work 6 clusters. The first cluster I'll just do 2 chain, which starts off the first cluster, and then into the ring pick up a loop, yarn over, but we only go through the 2 loops. We're not going to yarn over and go through the second. Yarn over, into the ring, pick up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We now yarn over and pull through all 3, and that's made the first cluster stitch. We're going to work 3 chains, and then we now work a full cluster, which is yarn over, into the loop, into the ring, pick up a loop through 2. We do that another 2 times, so yarn over, into the loop, into the ring, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, and then we do it a 3rd time. Yarn over, into the ring, pick up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. We're now left with 4 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 at the same time. Chain 3, and then we work another cluster. We're going to carry on until we've got 6 clusters all together. So yarn over, into the ring, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over, into the ring, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over, into the ring, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, left with 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 4. We've now got 3 clusters. We're going to carry on until we've got 6. You may want to pause the video at this point until you've caught up. Or of course, if you need to, you can slow down the video by clicking on the cog and then click on to speed, and you can alter the speed down. One, 2 and 3. We've now got 5 clusters. You might want to just slide the stitches around a little bit so that you can still work into the centre ring. Chain 3, and we're going to work the last cluster. Followed by 3 chain, and then we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first cluster, pull the loop through, fasten off and pull tight. So there's row 1 complete. I'm now going to join in a second colour. You could do these all in one colour if you so wish, but to show the difference between each row I am actually using a second colour. So again, we're going to slip stitch onto the hook, and we're going to start with a single crochet into the top of any of the clusters. So we're going to join with a slip stitch into that first cluster, and then we're going to work a single crochet into the same stitch. We're now going to work 5 double crochets into this first 3 chain space. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We're then going to single crochet into the top of the next cluster and then work 5 double crochets into the next 3 chain space. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Single crochet into to the top of the next cluster, and then we're going to work 5 double crochets into the next 3 chain space. 3, 4 and 5, followed again by a single crochet into the top of the next cluster, and we're going to do that all the way around. 5 doubles in each of the 3 chain spaces and 1 single into the top of each of the clusters, and I'll see you when we get round to the end of the row. When we reach the end of the row, we're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet that we worked, snip off the yarn, pull through and fasten off. This particular hexagon is quite a dense hexagon. If you prefer to do one that's not got quite as many holes as the other hexagons that we've done, you know, so if you want a more solid hexagon blanket, this is an ideal one to do. So again, we're going to go back to the original colour and slip knot onto the hook. We're now going to join into any of the centre double crochets of the first row of shells, so we can count that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we're going to join into the third one. Again, just going to join with a slip stitch, and then we're going to work a single crochet into that same stitch. We're now going to skip the next 2 doubles and we're going to work into this single here. We're going to work 3 doubles. So we've got 1, 2 and 3, chain 2, and then we're going to work a further 3 doubles into that same single crochet. So we've got 1, 2 and 3. We're going to skip the next 2 doubles and work a single crochet into the centre double of the shell from the previous row. Oops. And then again skip the next 2 doubles and we're going to work 3 doubles, 2 chains and 3 doubles into the next single crochet. As it's the one that we finished on, it's a little bit more difficult to get into that first stitch. Right, so we've got 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, and we work a further 3 doubles into that same stitch. We've got 1, 2 and 3. We're going to skip the next 2 doubles and single crochet into the middle double from the shell row, which is the 3rd double of these shells, and then skip the next two and we're back over into the next single, where again we're going to do 3 doubles, 2 chains and 3 doubles. Skip the next 2 stitches and we're going to work a single into the top of the shell from the previous row, and we're going to carry on all the way around. Again, you'll work 3 doubles, 2 chains, 3 doubles into this single, 1 single into the top of the shell, 3 doubles, 2 chains, 3 doubles into the next single crochet, and then 1 single into the middle double from the previous row. And I'll see you when we get round to the end of this row. Now come all the way around back to the original starting stitch, where again we're going to slip stitch to join, snip off the yarn and fasten off. So there we've completed row 3. For row 4 I'm going back to the pale blue yarn, and again we're going to slip knot onto the hook, and we're going to join into the top of any of these shells. So we're going to go into the 2 chain space of any of the shells. We join with a slip stitch, and then we're going to work a single crochet into that same 2 chain space. We're now going to work as we did on the previous row, where into each of the single crochets we're going to work 3 doubles, followed by 2 chain and 3 more doubles. We're now going to skip these 3 doubles and work a single crochet into the 2 chain space. Skip the next 3 doubles and we're working into the next single, where again we're going to work the 3 doubles, I don't think I've quite caught that into the right place. There's 1, 2 and 3, chain 2 and a further 3 doubles into that same single crochet. We're going to skip across to the next 2 chain space where we do a single, and again we're going to carry on exactly the same all the way around, working the 3 double, 2 chain, 3 double shell into each of the single crochets. And then skipping the next 3 doubles, we're going to work a single into the next 2 chain space. So just carry on working all the way around until we get to the other side. Two chain and 3 doubles. So carry on working the same all the way around, single crochet into the 2 chain space and the 3 doubles, 2 chains, 3 doubles into the single crochet, and then we're going to join with a slip stitch into the very first stitch that we started with, and I'll see you when we get round to the end of this row. Now finished off row 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do the final row, which is a half double crochet row. So we're going to join with a slip knot onto the hook. I'm going to go into any of the 2 chain spaces of a shell and join with a slip stitch and chain 1. This chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, it's just to keep the first half double a little bit neater. So into this chain space here we're going to work 2 half doubles. The half double is yarn over into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over, and we come through all 3. So we've got 2 half doubles, chain 1, and into the same space we're going to work a further 2 half doubles. So there's 1 and 2. You'll now need to slide the stitches along slightly because we're going to work 1 half double into the next 3 doubles, and the first one does tend to be a little bit hidden. So into that first half double, the first double, we're going to do a half double followed by another 2. So we've worked 1 half double into each of these 3 stitches. We're now going to work a half double into the space, followed by a half double into the single, a half double into this space, and then again you might have to just slide across slightly to work the 3 half doubles into the next 3 stitches. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3. We're going to work 2 half doubles into the 2 chain space, followed by chain 1, and a further 2 half doubles to form the next corner. So each side now will have the 2 corner stitches, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 half doubles across before we come to do the 2 half doubles with the chain 1 and the 2 half doubles to form the corner. And we're going to carry on and work the same all the way around. So again, slide across slightly so that we don't miss that first half double. We've got 1 half double in each of the next 3 stitches, a half double in the space between the 3 doubles and the single, and then we've got a half double into the single, a half double into the space between the single and the half doubles, and then we've got 3 half doubles into the last 3 doubles from the previous round. And that takes us back to the next corner where we're going to work 2 half doubles, chain 1 and 2 half doubles. We just carry on all the way around, working exactly the same to give this final row. I'll just do the next side and then I'll meet you at the end of the row. So we've got 1, 2 and 3, half double into the space, half double into the single, half double into the space, and 3 half doubles, one in each of the next 3 stitches. That takes us back to the next corner, where again we do 2 half doubles, chain 1, and a further 2 half doubles. So carry on exactly the same way, 3 half doubles, half double in the space, half double in the single, half double in the space, and 1 half double in each of the next 3, and then you're back to the next corner where it's 2 half doubles, chain 1, and 2 half doubles, and I'll see you when we get round to the end. When we reach the end, we slip stitch into the first stitch, snip off the yarn and pull tight to fasten off. If you're wanting to do these hexagons to join into a blanket, I have done a previous tutorial on joining hexagons together, and because each one will have the same amount of stitches along, it'll be quite easy to join them together to make up a blanket. I do hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.